Oh, if I don't stop coughing, I swear. Alright. This is part two. Yeah. I may look a little different. Well, my shirt is different, obviously. And, yeah. So, basically, I said in the last part I'm not going to be that big of a tool and keep them up there. Don't worry, people. That's just, I'll leave that to the, like, movie directors and shit. But yeah. Um, so basically, in the first part of this, I said I was going to post some, like, things that are, you know, kind of a Jimmy rustling and inner gear grinding. And yes, for anyone who plays enough NU or Pokemon in general, you'll know I just made a very, very, not quite funny little pun, but a pun, just in general, because of the gear grinding. I'm ridiculous. I need to stop. Okay. Me laughing at my own puns aside. Yeah. So one thing I really want to talk about is this new NU Alpha tier that's come out on. I don't know about Pokemon Online. I know Pokemon Showdown has it, and quite frankly, it pisses me off because I've said this in a few videos back. I think I know these tiers are based on usage. I get that. Fine. When you have Durant and Virizion and Sigilyph in NU, that irritates me to no end. Not to mention Golurk, whose coverage is incredible, whose bulk for a ghost is very decent, considering ghosts are supposed to be freaking hollow beings, with like minuscule HP and fairly low defenses, barring like him and Cofagrigus and Jellicent. Those are probably the three who are the exceptions to that. Chandelure to an extent, but its crappy defensive typing renders that useless and like neutered. So to even mention Chandelure is kind of an insult to the other three. But yeah, so Golurk, Virizion, Durant, Sigilyph, and even I think I mentioned this in either yesterday. I made some videos yesterday, or maybe the day before. Not the day before, yesterday, or maybe a few weeks back. The fact that that thing, it was probably yesterday, because NU's just come out recently. Bouffalant being an NU pisses me off. That thing it has a lot of power. It has phenomenal like bulk for a normal, like it's incredible. It's not like something like Furret, like where if you tap it like this, if you flick it, it'll just roll over and kind of die. It's not like it's Furret or who else? Persian. Persian's complete crap. It has no bulk. Even Purugly. Purugly's not that bulky. It's very fast. Considering what a fat ass cat it is, but it's really, really kind of frail. Even Exploud, unless you're running the max HP variant, which most people do, Exploud's not that bulky either. So basically, I mean, that's where Bouffalant really shines. That's why you shouldn't be an NU. Golurk, Durant, and Sigilyph, and Virizion as well, as I said. Ironically, 3 of those are weak to ice, which is kind of funny. I just realized that. But really, Golurk with Assault Vest is bulky. Then you have the others who just shouldn't be there, period. Durant, after a Hone Claw, sweeps the entire tier. Pretty much. Kind of just sweeps them in the carpet like this, kind of goes, oh, you're all done. So that kind of gets me irritated. What else? Again, Virizion, that'll get quick banned soon. If it doesn't, I don't know what people are thinking. Doublade even. Doublade makes no sense. With a Violet, its physical defense is through the ceiling that I'm pointing up at. There's obviously a ceiling above me. I'm pointing directly like at it, and it goes up and beyond, and it goes out into the stratosphere. And it's kind of stupid, honestly. That damn Violet makes it like crazy. So there's that. That's a thing. I mean, special defense is his mezza mes, as some people might say in Italian, but it doesn't freaking matter when you have the defense of like of a tanker and you just don't care. It will sponge this like freaking CB Earthquake from a Rhydon like it's like nothing, pretty much. It takes like only half, and that's disgusting. So yeah. That's a CB Rhydon. As long as you're max HP and a lot of defense, to take that well, though, you have to be hardly any special defense, I believe. And that is bad, because Doublade's Achilles heel is his special defense, which is why he's probably so low down. Even then, he should be RU, but okay. Him, Bouffalant, Golurk should be RU. Durant should almost be... I know they probably wouldn't make it higher than RU, because Verizion's kind of outclassed by Breloom, but considering Virizion was OU last gen, that's a big fall from grace. Then it was UU. That's just a big fall. It's really disturbing to see something like that. It's like really? You're going to drop me all the way in this tier? Okay. But yeah, those guys I mentioned. Venomoth as well. The Quiver Pass is utterly absurd. when played right. It's utterly absurd. And I think people were moaning a while back, and Tom Pass getting suspected, which is like, okay. Swagger, I understand. I personally am a fan of that band because Swagger was just based on freaking luck, based on hacks-based bullshit. And quite frankly, I don't like seeing someone win a game by, oh, let me Swagger you and Thunderwave you and then hit with foul play. No, screw off. It's not a strategy. It's total bull. It's BS. It's not a strategy. It's like that, anyone's seen Yu-Gi-Oh, the actual anime of it, when they say, heart of the cards, guide me, all that crap. That's luck-based BS. Sorry, no, stupid. It's statistical improbability. It really is that to attack when it's that. It comes down to a game of math and luck versus actual skill and predicting, and that's BS. It's total and utter BS. There was an illusion I had there, and I just lost it. There's something else that parallels to that, like so analogous, it's like scary. But whatever. The analogy I guess I was looking for more was something like, I don't know. Luck matters in some games, but if you're relying on that, people try to justify it to me, say, oh no, it's math, it's this, that. No, it's luck-based BS. Stop telling me it's math. To an extent it is, but it's luck-based BS math. It doesn't matter. Anyone who does that, you're a troll and you're annoying. See, I'm sorry, but anyone who liked that swag play stuff, no, go away. It's dumb. It just takes a lot of the fun out. It drains a lot of fun out of the game. Pokemon's supposed to be fun. Something people do for, enjoyment, I would think, in most cases. Occasionally, for competitive, where maybe a tournament here or there. Not to, get all stressed out and, be like, oh my god, this is, no. Why is this happening? Why am I getting hacked to death? It's one thing if it's, once every, 10, 12 games. If you have it every game, getting frustrated and salty is understandable. It really is, because, hacks is hacks. It does happen. I can see that. If it's a crit or something, if I get critted once, even twice, sometimes even 3 times in the game, I don't care. If someone's going to swag play like people did back then, get away from me. I hate that. Get away from me. Because that made a fairly crappy Pokemon like Liepard actually, I think, RU for a while, because it just, the set was so irritating. It literally got permabanned from NU, because it's like, oh, sub, oh, Swagger, oh, you can't, oh, you hit yourself, oh, it's too bad, oh, now I paralyze you, oh, and then you hit yourself foul play, and you're nearly dead. What? That's not even fair. That's, just not fair. But yeah, so there's things like that, honestly, Venomoth should still be RU, though. It has decent enough speed to suffice after a quiver or two, and then its special attack, is made up for. And its lackluster coverage, even to a degree, is because of Tinted Lens. You can kind of slam things in the face. Plus, +1 psychics or +2 psychics. Even hurt things like Cobalion pretty badly, and he's only a neutral fighting type to him, so. Plus, Venomoth's one of the few things I think, well, not one of the few, I take that back too. It's one of about, I think, maybe 8, 10 checks. Yeah, I shouldn't even say this. I don't really know this, because I've never used this Pokemon RU yet. Hitmontop. But it's one of the few really good checks to it, because most Hitmontop don't have Stone Edge, that I know of now anyway. So, but yeah, that's a thing. That kind of gets me just irked. And yeah, I don't know, it's just weird. Oh, that reminds me, man. I had this 3 great battles at one point. Oh my god, this guy, he's still good. He's really good at Pokemon in general. Pretty good Yu-Gi-Oh player too, I think. I think he still plays. What do you call? Yeah, that's right. Because I was battling him, and it came down to what did it come down to? Like a stall between and a Moongus and a Tangrowth, and then a Slowking and a Slowking. Because obviously, each of those pairs, for anyone who doesn't put 2 and 2 together, they have Regenerator, meaning that's freaking annoying. And literally, you're just gonna be switch in out in out. You're not gonna be able to do shit. You're just gonna be you're gonna be kind of staring at each other It was fun though. These are 3 battles. This guy's, he's pretty good. I told him, see if he could beat me, because he like made teams together and stuff, and like that was fun to do. It was really enjoyable, and it'd be great to do that again. It's just really be great to do that again. But hope I really am hoping that happens. But the point is that it was just really funny that that he's so good. Like it's ridiculous. Like I'm just like, wow, is this really happening? Because I mean, I had mentioned I think the site to him one day, and he looked it up and he's like, oh, this looks good. So he started, then we started making teams and all this other stuff. It was really fun. And then eventually he gets good enough and he like clobbers me. I'm just like, wow. In a sense though, it makes you proud though. It's like, wow, he got that good, sweet. Like like I like that. It's cool. See someone improve like that. It's really awesome. But yeah, it really is. Other than the fact it was a matter of freaking forestall things, because Amoonguss is like the Amoonguss that I was running was irritating. It really, I think. Did I have? I know I had Spore. Obviously, almost every standard dot Amoonguss is Spore. For God's sake. Ooh, speak of standard dot. Ooh, Gator uploaded a video. I gotta watch that later. And no, I'm not looking at my sub box either. I just remembered that because I didn't watch it last night. Yes, Gator. Hi. Big fan. Play more Showdown, Gator, please. Thank you. Now, if I remember, I'll link him in the description, too. I never remember, and I'm lazy as hell. Everyone knows it's Gator. I mean, he knows Poke-Aim. He knows a lot of them, so he's been in videos with him. He's really cool. But yeah, so my Amoonguss set was really annoying. I think I had like Sludge Bomb and Giga Drain. All Spore bullshit. It was ridiculous. But then his Tangrowth was no bad. Fucking Leech Seed, Sleep Powder, really? Hidden Power Fire, I think it was, and Giga Drain. Oh my god, it was the most irritating little bullshit. Because it would be Tangrowth against Slowking, I'd switch out to Amoonguss, then he'd switch out to his Slowking, try Toxic me, It would go back and forth, because obviously I have to keep switching out to get Regenerator. I'm not going to take shit tons of Toxic damage. I don't want to do that. My best interest in winning. Not that I won anyway. I think he won, maybe even 2-0'd me. I'm not sure. I can't really. That's the one. No, it was 2-0 because his Slowking was at like, I think 65 or 70%. His Tangrowth was at like 45 or 50. I believe it's what it was. I think I'm right anyway, or close to right. The Slowking could be even been at full for I know the amount of times he switched in and out just like I did. But yeah, both our Slowkings were virtually identical, save I should have had Toxic on my. If I had had Toxic, he would have been screwed. I think my Amoonguss might have, though, but he just kept, like, he knew how to. I had Spore, Toxic, Giga Drain, and I think Hidden Power Fire or Sludge Bomb, and he just kept pivoting in and out, in and out. He got me. He's good. The guy's really good. He really is. So, pretty decent in most tiers, too, as far as I know. So that's still is, again, haven't played with him in a while, so great to do that. But yeah, so anyway, back to my Jimmy Rustling stories of NU, because NU is just a clusterfuck of stupidity right now. Durant won home claw sweeps the entire tier. It's just BS. The whole Alma Star's another one. I didn't mention that, I think, in either yesterday's like parts to the videos. Really? Let's see. At +2 with Surf, Ice Beam, HP Ground. I only sweep the entire tier. Not a big deal. Yeah, that's all I can say. But yeah. And then the final one that kind of grinds my gears a little bit is Sandslash. Sandslash being NU is awkward. I mean, in one sense, it's nice. You finally have a good spinner because, well, Torkoal is shit because he's weak to Stealth Rock. He's not shit in general. I like Torkoal. I honestly God like him. I use him on a mono fire team. I like him. And then you have Delibird, who needs a Mega or an Evolution or both. I don't know which. And he gets Route Spin, but who the hell cares? Your quad weak to rocks. So there you go. That's a thing. But yeah, so that's kind of what grinds my gears with that stuff. And then the next part that grinds my gears, I said this in a few videos back. It's something that I think, well, it's to an extent, I guess, in the forefront of the world today in general. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I want to talk about a friend of mine for a minute, because I met this kid in high school, and I know I've talked about it before. I'm almost 100% sure. And I knew him and his brother for a while, and basically, because he went to the rival school that I went to, of the one I went to, which was hilarious. First of all, it was irony, so it was hilarious. But yeah, so we strike up a pretty good friendship. We both played lacrosse, blah 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 blah, whatever. That reminds me of that movie. Now, here's the thing. Anyone, this is a random segue for a sec before I go back. Anyone could tell me, the movie, this is what you're doing, this is what I want you to do. Anyone who could tell me what movie that is, because I freaking forgot it, and for the life of me, I can't remember it. If someone could tell me, that would be great, because it really bothers me to forget stuff. Because I typically have a damn good memory, near as photographic as you can get, and that ticks me off. So anyone who can tell me, please do. I'd be very happy. Maybe I'll even give you something. I don't know. Give you freaking, I don't know. I've shown up tons of Yu-Gi-Oh cards in these videos. I mean, if someone has some random card they want to ask me, and if you tell me that name, maybe I'll just give it to you. If you're not too lazy to look it up. But yeah, so I met this kid, and strike up a friendship or whatever. So later, I'm out with him, his brother, and one of his brother's other friends, and kind of a friend of his too. And so we're all out one night, and we're just kind of like chilling, relaxing, whatever. Come to find out, I won't exactly say what transpired. It's not really. That's why I'm not going to reveal the guy's name. It's not right to him, and well, I just don't want to. It was kind of awkward for me in a sense, I guess, sort of. It was just, I'm like, okay, yeah, it was like he's just kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, things. It was just, you could tell it was an awkward type of thing because he was almost like flirting, I guess. Like, I don't know. It was just weird. I'm thinking, is he gay? Because that was going through my head. Guy flirts with another guy. What are you going to think? What the hell are you going to think? So, I later asked his brother, like a few days after. I'm like, dude, what was with your brother the other night? What the hell's going on here? He's kind of like, he's just being, I don't know, not himself. Sort of. He's just kind of, I don't know. So, and his brother says to me, he's like, well, you probably already know what's going on. I'm like, I do. How the hell do I know? So later he tells me, he's like, I'm like, dude, just what is it? Just tell me. You can trust me, right? He's like, yeah, I do. And I know he's like, my brother trusts you, blah, 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 blah. I almost said the kid's name. I got to be careful not to do that because I really don't want to reveal that on here. It's not a good idea for his own privacy's sake. Which why I don't say names when you want to talk about. It's not good. Or try not to anyway. But yeah, so this guy, so I asked brother, and he's like, well, you do know, I think. I'm like, what, is he gay? He's like, yeah. He's like, and he's having kind of a hard time with it. I'm like, I could tell he's flirting with me. I'm like, okay, yeah. I don't really want to say this because it just sounds so stupid, and I hate people who do it on Facebook. I'm saying anyway, hashtag awkward. That's it. I'm just like, okay. I'm not bad looking, but really, okay. Oh boy. But yeah, so that was just weird. So I tell him, but but I do know one thing. I know what it's like to be anxious and depressed and sad. That I do know. And I could tell he had some of that. And that's sort of what I think more I picked up on than even the other. I picked up on the other stuff. You'd have to be an idiot not to, quite frankly. Just like how, at one point I'd say he touched my hand in a very odd way that most guys would never touch another guy's hand, like, ever. It's one thing, like this, you do something like this, like buddy, whatever, you maybe noogie a guy or something. That's one thing. It's another way. That was a whole other level that I'm just like, oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I didn't care, quite honestly, because, to be honest, same thing happened to me once before. I'm just like, what is going on? So, from another guy who was just didn't know his own skin, just probably uncomfortable with his own skin. But I felt bad for him because I could just tell. Not the guy I'm talking about now, the other guy I talked about before. Like I mentioned him probably months ago in a video. I don't really care to mention him again because he's kind of an idiot. He turned into an idiot. Some girl screwed up his head. She really did. Like, oh my god. And she lied to him habitually. And I told him, and he's like, I don't know what the hell's problem was, but whatever. What his problem was, hope he's over it. So, and his brother's like, please don't tell anybody else. I'm like, why would I? Like, I'm like, A, I can keep a secret. B, your brother's my friend. One of my close friends at the time, too. And C, I'm like, believe me. That happened to me once before, too, because some guy thought he was playing around. I don't know what he thought he was doing, but again, I don't care. It's whatever, as long as you know. And he just made it obvious anyway. Certain other things he'd said to me in the past, I knew anyway. So that's why that didn't faze me. I'm like, whatever, you know, whatever. It happened, whatever, you know. So I basically tell his brother, I'm like, look, and I'm gonna try and cut this very soon. I may have to. Oh my god, I might have to make a third part to this. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. So I basically tell his brother that, you know, I won't tell anybody, blah blah blah. He's like, thank you, you know. I know my brother thinks a lot of you, but I'm like, I know. That's why why the hell would I tell anybody? It's his thing. It's like his business. Another reason I'm not revealing names. I mean, it's his business. It's not, you know, no one needs to know. Like, and you know, I mean, I liked, you know, I'm pretty, and I mean, actually later, which is hopefully in the third fucking part. I might have to make a third part. Unbelievable. But because I don't want to bore people. More than 20 minutes, people their attention spans, I'm sure, start to wane a bit. I know how people are, believe me, because I can get like that too. But yeah. So later, you know, a few days after, I think, because I saw him again, either maybe on a lacrosse game. I don't know. He's like, hey man, what's up? I'm like, nothing. You know, we talked a little bit after, and I'm just like, so, you know, I sort of guessed, but you know, and I could tell. And later, he's like, we'll talk another point about it. I'm like, yeah, I kind of think we need to, because just a little. I didn't care, you know. If someone's my friend, they're my friend. Like, I don't care what the hell, like, they're going through. I don't care. I'll be there for them. Like, I could care less. Like, in other words, sorry, guys. That was impressionable. I mean, I care less what they're going through, whatever, you know, whatever. So that's the bottom line. I mean, not the bottom line, but it's like that's the sort of there's another half to this, but like, and so I basically told him, I'm just like, look, dude, yeah, whatever. And then because a few days after, I think he was maybe over my house or whatever it is. I don't remember anymore. Not a damn clue. I knew it was easy, you know, to feel comfortable. You need someone to feel comfortable around if you're going through stuff like that. It's hard, really hard. Like, especially because you get things associated with it, and I know the things associated with it because, well, those I've suffered with. Those I do know because, like, i.e., like, you know, because you can get those things. In other words, I'm not that way, but in other words, like, if you have, you know, if you know what anxiety and depression feel like, you know it's not fun. And this guy, I was just like, that's why, because he was going through something that gave him those, and that's why I'm just like, Jesus. So that's why it wasn't hard for me to be there. I'm like, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna abandon someone like that. And now I'm going to cut this in my third part. Guys, I'm so sorry. Anyone who could bear through all three of these, I give you a lot of credit. So, all right. So that's it for now, and on to part 3, I guess.